Have you ever wanted to go for a drive in a cemetery to clear your mind and enjoy the scenic, albeit slightly depressing route? Well, if you live in North Carolina, you better stay at home, because they have a law which makes quote-unquote cemetery joyrides illegal.
What?
Number 13. In Louisiana,
I'm trying to figure out why anyone would have a joyride in a cemetery. That, like I said, this has to be, things have happened multiple times where they made these into laws. Because why is people having joyrides in the cemetery? Hey, babe, I think, me and you should have some alone time tonight. I was thinking, instead of us going to walk in the park or maybe ride bikes in the park, I was thinking what would be so romantic, so chill, is if we rode together in a cemetery. How you think about that? What you think about that, babe? What? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we're gonna check out the 50 weirdest driving laws in America. Now, each state has different driving laws that you have to follow and go by. And the crazy thing is, even if you're someone that's not from that state, even if you're just passing through, if you don't know those particular laws, they can still pull you over and give you a ticket in that county or state, whatever the case may be. So we're going to check out some of the weirdest laws that, each of these states have. Appreciate all the love and support y'all shown on the channel, man. Let's get right into it.
did you know that in Denver, Colorado, you can't drive a black car on Sundays? Or that it's illegal to honk someone else's horn in Missouri? Well, if you didn't, boy, do I have a surprise for you.
You can't drive black cars on Sundays. What type of law is that? What? How you gonna tell me what car I can drive on what day? What?
Here are the 50 weirdest driving laws in America. Number 1. It's illegal to drive blindfolded in Alabama, but it's completely legal to drive the wrong way down a one-way street, as long as you have a lantern attached to the front of your car. Number 2.
What?
It's illegal to cross Minnesota's state line with a duck on your head. And if you're crossing from Minnesota into Wisconsin, that law also applies to chickens. Number 3. In Oregon, you have to, by law, yield to pedestrians when driving on the sidewalk. They must have a large Mustang population over there.
I would think that's kind of like the generalized rule. Like, if there's a pedestrian on the road, you gotta yield to them, in any state, to be honest with you.
Number 4. It's illegal to let a gorilla ride in your back seat in Massachusetts, but that law doesn't forbid them from riding up front, which technically means gorillas never have to call shotgun.
What?
Number 5. In Tennessee, you can't shoot animals from your car, except for whales. You can shoot those bastards any way you'd like. Number 6. Idaho's police officers have to honk or flash their lights and wait 3 minutes before approaching a vehicle where people are having coitus. I don't know about you, but I could commit 3 felonies in that time frame.
Wait, what, bro? Are these real? Because this sounds unbelievably crazy if these are actually real laws. What the hell?
Number 7. If a man and a woman ride barefoot in a car in Mississippi, they are legally married, which is what you'd expect from a state that has 11 letters and only 4 of which are unique. Number 8. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to park your elephant at a meter without paying. Now, believe it or not, this law kind of makes sense, because if you ride an elephant, it's technically a vehicle. What doesn't make sense is the fact that they have an identical law for alligators. Number 9. In Arkansas, it's against the law to honk your horn anywhere that serves cold drinks or sandwiches, which is slightly weird.
What?
But what makes it even weirder is that it's only illegal after 9 p.m. We tried to figure out why, but we couldn't find anything. Number 10. When approaching a 4-way or blind intersection in a non-horse-driven vehicle in South Carolina, you must stop 100 feet from the intersection and discharge a firearm into the air to warn horse traffic. Okay, it might just be me.
Okay, bro, this... Wait a minute, bro. What type of laws are these? These gotta be specific situations that's happened in the past. Like, what? I'm so confused. What?
Me. But if I were a horse, I'd be more scared from a madman with a gun than a car. But that's just me. Number 11. It's illegal to tie your dog to the roof of your car in Alaska. Like, was that common practice before?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Number 12. Have you ever wanted to go for a drive in a cemetery to clear your mind and enjoy the scenic, albeit slightly depressing route? Well, if you live in North Carolina, you better stay at home, because they have a law which makes quote-unquote cemetery joyrides illegal.
What?
Number 13. In Louisiana,
I'm trying to figure out why anyone would have a joyride in a cemetery. That, like I said, this has to be, things have happened multiple times where they made these into laws. Because why is people having joyrides in the cemetery? Hey, babe, I think, me and you should have some alone time tonight. I was thinking, instead of us going to walk in the park or maybe ride bikes in the park, I was thinking what would be so romantic, so chill, is if we rode together in a cemetery. How you think about that? What you think about that, babe? What?
A woman's husband is required by law to wave a flag in front of her car before she can drive it. Number 14. Throwing missiles at cars is illegal in Alamosa, Colorado. Number 15.
What?
The lead vehicle in a funeral procession is allowed to run red lights, which is extra stupid because the person's already dead. I don't think they'd care if they're buried 10 minutes later. Number 16.
I think what they normally do is allow like the officers that are in front to stop the traffic, and then obviously everybody else just kind of goes through whatever intersection. So, I mean, that makes sense, but they usually have officers in front to stop oncoming traffic, so that way everyone understands it's a funeral service heading through. So, everybody just kind of wait until it passes.
In North Dakota, it's illegal to fall asleep on the road, only if you have your shoes on. Number 17.
What?
In Redlands, California, any motor vehicle driven on the city streets must have a man with a lantern walking ahead of it. And I know this rule was made before headlights were invented, but I still think there could have been a better solution. Like, I don't know, attach the lantern to the actual car. Number 18. In Texas, it's illegal to drive if any alcohol is within arm's reach, including if that alcohol is in another person's bloodstream. They got Dracula real good with that.
Wait, I don't know about the bloodstream part. I know anytime you do have alcohol, like even if it's unopened, for the most part, I usually just put it in the trunk, just to avoid any situations.
Number 19. You must properly secure your bear during transport in Massachusetts.
What?
I sure as shit hope so. Right, Joe? Number 20. Birds have the right of way in Utah. Number 21. It's illegal to spit from a moving
That sounds
car
about
in Georgia,
right.
but it's completely legal to spit from a moving truck. Number 22.
What?
Have you ever wanted to commit crimes in another state?
No.
Well, you better steer clear of Washington, because criminals who plan on committing crimes are required by law to stop at the city limits and call the chief of police before entering. They
Come on, bro. No one's doing that.
basically have a snitch on yourself law. It doesn't work, but we appreciate the effort. Number 23. In Pennsylvania, if you see a team of horses coming toward you, you have to pull well off the road, cover your car with a blanket or canvas that blends with the countryside, and wait for the horses to pass. And that's during the day. But at night, you have to stop every mile and set off a flare. Then you have to wait 10 minutes before driving off, only to do this again in another mile. Number 24.
Yeah, bro. These have to be some old ass laws from way back in the day, because ain't no fucking way nobody's doing that now.
You can't consecutively drive around the town square more than 100 times in Ohio. Words can't express how much I want to know the story behind this law.
Who did
Number
that?
25. In Nebraska, by law, drivers on mountains have to drive with caution near the right edge of the highway, even though Nebraska is one of the flattest states in the country, and they don't have any mountain roads. Number 26. It's illegal for pets in Kentucky to have, intimate relations with a car. Number 27. It's illegal to spill.
I have so many questions about how that law was even created, but I don't have enough time to ask said questions. I'm very confused.
Margaritas on any road in Hermosa Beach. You can spill any other alcoholic drink you want, just not margaritas.
Not margaritas.
Number 28. If your house ever catches on fire, you better hope to God that you don't live in New Britain, Connecticut, because fire trucks aren't allowed to exceed 25 miles per hour even when they're responding to a call.
Number
29.
How does that make sense?
It's illegal to drive around Texas without functioning windshield wipers, even though you're not legally required to have a windshield. Number 30. It's against the law to inhale bus fumes with the intent of inducing euphoria in New Hampshire, but I guess it's alright if you're not enjoying it.
Who's out here inhaling bus fumes? Why? Why are you doing that to yourself?
Number 31. In Iowa, it's illegal for any vehicle to sell ice cream. What did ice cream trucks do to you, Iowa?
What?
Number 32. It's illegal to drive without a seatbelt in Hawaii, but it's completely legal for anyone over the age of 12 to sit in the back of a pickup truck without any safety restrictions at all.
How does that make sense? I don't fucking know.
Even on highways. Number 33. It is illegal to drive through playgrounds in Georgia. That's a specific law.
Yeah.
Number 34.
I hope so.
In Evanston, Illinois, it is against the law to change clothes inside a car, even with drawn curtains, except during a fire. Number 35. In Glendale, it's illegal to jump from a moving car, but only if it's going 65 miles per hour.
Why it has
Number
to go a
36.
specific speed?
It's illegal to ride on the roof of a taxi in Youngstown. It's also illegal to run out of gas. I have a feeling these two laws are connected somehow.
You over on the side of the road, ain't got no gas. You trying to figure out how you gonna get some. Cop pulls over. What happened here, sir or ma'am? I ran out of gas. I'm about to write you a ticket. What?
Number 37. You can't get a custom plate in New Jersey if you've had a DUI in the past 10 years.
Oh, wow.
New Jersey passed this law as a way to deter people from drinking and driving, although I feel like death and/or dropping the soap was already a pretty strong deterrent, but that's just me, I guess.
Yeah.
Number 38. It's illegal to drive in a housecoat in California. Actually,
Damn.
It's only illegal for women. I'm just as confused.
Damn. Well, I'm confused on that,
39.
too.
In New Jersey, it's illegal to frown at police officers when you're being pulled over. Number 40.
So I gotta smile while you pulling me over? Hi, officer. How's everything going? Why did you pull me over? You frown at them? Oh, you getting a ticket because you frowned at me. What? Dog, what is this?
It's illegal to polish your vehicle with your underwear in San Francisco, which has to be the most San Francisco law out there.
Very specific,
Number
too.
41. You better hope to not miss a turn in West Hampton, New York, because U-turns are illegal. Number
What?
42. In Oregon, you can be fined for leaving your door open for too long. How much is exactly too long? We don't know. Number 43. It is illegal to ride in a boat on a trailer while it's being driven on the highway in Pennsylvania. Number 44.
I would think so, yeah.
It's illegal to park within 25 feet of a Dunkin' Donuts in South Berwick, Maine. I don't know if this law is targeting cops or obesity, but it seems unnecessary.
I'm confused
Number
on that
45.
one, too.
In Cincinnati, taxi drivers are only allowed to wear shorts from May 16th to Labor Day in September. Number 46. When passing another vehicle, drivers in Rhode Island are required to honk their horns, even though that's the universal signal for giving somebody the finger.
Pretty
Number
much.
47. It's illegal to sell cars on Sundays in Michigan, Maine,
Damn.
and Indiana. Number 48. You all probably know how painfully cold it is when you run back into the house after starting your car in the morning. Well, you better stop complaining, because it's illegal to warm your car up in New York without being present in the car, which is just inconvenient.
Damn.
Number 49. Red cars are banned from driving on Lake Street in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 50. It's illegal to throw bricks on the highway in Tiffin, Iowa, unless if you have written permission. I really want to know how you could get permission for something like that. And that's it. Let us know in the comments if you want to see another video on the weirdest laws from around the world.
Yeah, this one I was not expecting pretty much majority of these. This was, I am so confused on how a lot of these laws was made because they're very specific situations that only multiple people have had to do in order for these laws to be made. The frowning at an officer, you didn't even do nothing. You just frown at them and it's illegal. You can get a ticket for that, fine for that. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Hey, I want to know, comment down below, wherever you're living at, whatever part of the world you're living at, what is the craziest, I guess, driving street laws that you guys have wherever you reside in? Because some of these are insane, and I'm sure there's probably a lot more. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate you. Well, one day. Road to 20K, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.